right from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree.
Alright y'all, welcome back to another episode of our van build.
Today we are doing flooring. As you can see, we've already got our under laminate down. Reason we're going with that is because we have a heated floor on the front section.
So our plan for sleeping arrangements for the boys, one of them is going to sleep up on the bench and the other one's going to sleep on the floor. Obviously I have a nice cushion. The back portion of the seat we'll take off and put on the floor.
The under laminate is about the same thickness as the heated floor. And then we're putting the finished floor on top.
We're going to be putting in this premium luxury vinyl flooring on top. There's three reasons we chose this type of flooring. One, we wanted it very durable. The second one, we want it waterproof, well, as much as we can. And the third reason is low VOC flooring. So finding all those was a little bit tricky, but we went to Flooring Decor and picked this up. So let's dive into this. Let's start cutting some of these vinyl pieces, flooring pieces, and let's start snapping these things together and get this flooring done. Last piece. There it is. All right, we got the floor done. Last piece. Took probably 5 or 6 hours to do it. These little end pieces here were a little bit of a pain, but besides that, if you can use a tape measure and a jigsaw, it should be pretty easy. Looks great. Alright, part 2 of the video. We got the floor done. Now we're going to get on to putting cedar planks. Now we got these cedar planks here from Home Depot, and they're really thin. They're about a 1/4 inch thin. And as you see, I've already glued this one together. So what we're doing here is we're going by each board. We're getting these leveled on here, getting them lined up, and then we're going up, working from the bottom, making sure they're straight. Then work your way up, get your first plank on, get a couple of them, make sure they're nice and straight. But then you take and you can drill you drill into the metal and you put in a riv nut. I used a 1/4 inch riv nut, and I got a 1/4 inch bolt with a washer. So just every so often, kind of whatever dictates here in the back, because this van's not straight and there's lots of obstacles you got to avoid. But you kind of get the point, get it going from the ground up. Now the reason this is in one section is we didn't want one big panel. 2 reasons for that. Number 1, this is easier to handle. Number 2, these bottom panels I want to make where I can get them on and off pretty easily, just in case we have to access anything in the door. Especially here on this other door, you have the license plate and you have the light that lights your license plate. So you'll have to get into that to change that bulb every now and then. Let's do this. Let's go over and get into gluing this section together. Now that we have all of our cedar planks cut, what we're going to do is we're going to take each of these planks and we're going to glue them together. And then I've cut a little support board as well that will go on the back, and I'll glue that down. You could nail it as well, but this glue holds pretty well. So as you can see over here, we already got a panel that's glued together. So this was a pretty simple panel. This is the bottom section of the back door. And you can see there, you have some support bracing on the back as well. Just use some scrap wood. But with the glue and the bracing, I think it's going to turn out pretty good. It's pretty well supported. Then I'll sand this down, sand the edges down, just clean it all up. What we're going to do is put a couple coats of paint on here, and then 3 coats of poly non-VOC polyurethane that we found. And then we'll mount these up. So it's a little bit of a process. Definitely, as I mentioned before, definitely tedious. Takes quite a bit of time. Alright, time to drill some holes for the rivnuts. Alright, babe, let's get this vacuum going. Alright, drill 1. We got 11 more to do, so let's get on it. Show y'all how this works. Got a couple magnets, keep the shavings down. Screw this on. Give it a little bit of pressure, not too much, or you can actually pull the threads out. And then bam, just like that.
Finally come come to where we're ready to start putting insulation in the doors in preparation for the wood planks to go on top of it. So we've gone with wool. It's all natural, and we got a little bit of a task in front of us to stuff all the nooks and crannies in here, and let's get busy.
All right, got the insulation in, ready to put the panels up. We put 3 coats of paint and we put 3 coats of clear coat. Let's get these back doors done, and then we have these panels ready for the side door as well. So let's get into it. Alright y'all, as you can see, wrap these back panels up. These things are kind of a nightmare. I'm sure like the rest of the stuff will be on the van. There's nothing straight. It's hard to level anything because the way, you know, if you're sitting on an unlevel surface or the van's a little bit higher in the back, you know, all the blah blah blah. Trying to line these up with the rivnuts, even pre-drilling them to the metal. You know, even making these holes bigger too, we're off pretty good amount. So I guess with gluing it and stuff, as you went up, it just made it worse and worse on both doors. So we'll just put a bigger washer. So we'll have 2 washers up near the top to kind of make it look a little bit more appealing. I am glad these things are done. So we got the back, now let's jump over here to the side door.
Alright guys, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed our tutorial on the flooring and wood paneling for the doors. Very tedious work. Glad that part is over. If we missed something or you guys are curious about something that we didn't go over, please drop us a comment down below. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Until then, we'll see you on the next one.